Everyone, welcome to the video binary file handling. In this video you will learn what is binary file, how can you read and write onto the binary file, what are the various file modes, and what is the use of Pickle module. So let us see what are the various properties or features of binary file. Binary files are also stored in the terms of bytes, and these bytes do not represent the ASCII values of characters. That means the data in a binary file is stored in the form of 0 and 1, and that's why binary file is not human readable. If you try to open a binary file using any text editor, it will show you some garbage value. There is no new line character. When you have worked with the text files, you know that every line or string is terminated by a new line character, that is /n. But while you are working with binary files, there is no new line character, as the data is stored in the form of 0 and 1, which is nothing but in the machine language. The translation of data is not required, as it is already stored in the form of bytes or in the form of machine language, and that's why it takes less processing time. So these are the various features of binary files that differentiate it from the text files. Now let us see what is Pickle module. Now Pickle module is required to import in a program while you are working with binary file, and the statement should be written as import pickle. Now what is the purpose of pickling and unpickling? So pickling is also known as serialization or marshalling. It is the process by which a Python object means it can be any object like list, tuple, dictionary, etc., that is converted into a byte stream, and these byte streams in a binary file can then be stored in a disk file for later use. Unpickling is the reverse of the pickling process. It means deserialization, and it is the process that recover the byte stream from disk file and convert them into the Python object. Now let's see what are the various functions used for reading and writing. For writing purpose, dump function is used. It is used to convert or pickling Python object for writing data in a binary file. For reading, load function is used. It is used to load or unpickling data from a binary file. Now let us see the syntax of dump and load function. Now dump function, as it is in the pickle module, so pickle.dump, and it will take two parameters, data object and file object. Syntax of load function is object equals to pickle.load file object. That means load function will take only one parameter, which is the file handle or file object, and dump function will take two parameters, the data object which is to be dumped and the file object or file handle. Now what can be the various file modes that can be used with the binary files? Now for writing purpose, there are 4 file modes: WB, WB plus, AB and AB plus. Now what B refers here? B means we are working with binary files. If you skip this B, then by default we will write in the text files, because when you skip the B, that means by default it is a text file. But when you are working with the binary files, then B is must to be added here. Now WB means writing in binary file. WB plus means reading and writing both in binary files. AB means appending in binary files. AB plus means appending, reading and writing all operations in binary files. For reading purpose, we have two file modes, RB and RB plus. Reading in binary file, reading from binary files, and reading and writing both from binary. Now here I have written a simple program, import pickle. Now my first line should be import pickle, as we are working with the binary files. Here I have created one list variable, that is emp. It is nothing but the data object. In emp list, I have entered 3 elements. 2 are string variable, 2 are string elements and 1 is integer elements. My purpose is to write the employee record in a binary file employee.dat. So I have created the list variable emp, which is a data object. After that, I have opened the file in a write mode, that is wb, and the file name is employee.dat here, and f1 here is nothing but the file object. Now my next step would be to dump the record in a file. So the statement is pickle.dump. Now as you know that 2 parameters we have to send, pickle.dump emp comma f1, and after that I have closed the file. That means the list is converted into the byte stream and is dumped into the file employee.dat in the disk file in the form of 0 and 1. Now my next task is to read the content from that file and display it on the screen. So again I have used the same file object here, that is f1, and open the file in a read mode, that is RB. So same file I have to open here. After that I have written the statement rec equals to pickle.load f1. Now what does it mean? That I have to load the data from the file employee.dat and store it in the variable rec. And after that print rec, it will print the record in the form of the list. Now I am running the program here, run module, and you can see here that this data is stored in a binary file employee.dat and it is showing the output here. So it is my simple program. My next program is where I have entered the student records, and this time I will use append mode AB. This time I want to add the student records and I will ask the values from the user. So I have made one variable again here, rec equals to square brackets, that means the empty list now. Now while true, I have used the loop here because I want to ask the user to enter the record of more than one student, and if he wishes that he want to quit, he do not want to add the records, then he will enter n here, answer equals to input, do you want to add more records, yes or no. As soon as he will enter n, then the loop will break and the file will be closed. So let's see the flow of execution of this program. First I have written the statement import pickle. Then I have created the variable or the list variable rec here, which is the empty list. Then file is opened in the append mode here, and the file name is student.dat. Then I have started the loop here while true, and then the user is asked for entering the roll number, name and marks. When these 3 variables will be entered with some values, then these will be stored in the variable rec, that is rec equals to within square brackets roll number, name and marks. Now what is the next step is that I have to write this record in the file student.dat, and for writing we know that dump function is required. So data equals to pickle.dump rec comma f1. After this, we are asking the user, do you want to add more records, y or n? If we entered n, then the loop will be break. Otherwise, it will again go and ask the user to enter the roll number, name and marks, and the data will be added in the file student.dat. If we enters n, then the loop will be break and the file will be closed. Now after that, I have used the exception handling feature by using try and except. These two are the keywords. I have started with the try block. In this try block, I have again opened the same file student.dat in the read mode. Now while true means what? That until and unless end of the file encounters, the data will be read from the file and will be displayed on the screen. So while true, that means end of the file does not occur here. Now data equals to pickle.load f1 and print data. As soon as end of the file encounters, it will go in the except block, except EOF error, and thus I have written the statement here, print end of the file encountered, and after that file will be closed. Now I am running this program. Now enter roll number 1. I am entering name here, that is Robert, marks 80. Now do you want to add more records? Yes. Enter roll number 2. Enter name Shelly. And then enter marks 56. Again it is asking the user, do you want to add more records? This time I am sending N. And the result will be displayed on the screen. 112. Why it is so? Because already the data is stored in the file student.dat. So that's why it is also showing here the previous record which is already entered there. Then 1 Robert 80, then 2 Shelly 56. As soon as the end of the file encountered, it stopped running the try block and the control will go to the except block and it shows end of the file encountered. So this is the simple program you can write for reading and writing the records of any object like student, employee, car, or etc. So I hope that you have understood the concept. Thanks for watching. Subscribe my channel. Goodbye.